Hi people, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and I hope we are all doing fine. So in our today's conversation is about this viral video, guys. I want you to watch and I'll be back soon. Okay, when I saw this video, I had so many questions in my head than answers. What was the father thinking? What did he want to achieve? Did he try to do it deliberate to stop the wife from winning or making her look bad in the eyes of the world? Did he even think of how dangerous it is to send the kids out in the middle of the track while adults are running? Some people were saying he was trying to sabotage his wife. Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, guys, some few people stitched this video, so I'll let the stitches pray, then I will leave my own comment, so please don't go away.
So imagine you've been training for a marathon for weeks or months, and you are about to cross the finish line, and your significant other pulls a stunt like this. Perhaps this was a momentary lapse in judgment. The kids wanted to, celebrate mommy or whatever. Could it be weaponized incompetence? Or could it be that her husband is a hater? Because why would you put the kids, why would you position them in front of the finish line where she would have to literally run past her own children so she could win the race? Like, did it never cross your mind that she would have to stop the race that she's this close to finishing to hug her child the way that you had it set up? If you really wanted to congratulate her when she did win the race, when she was first through the ticker tape, why didn't you and those kids meet her over there? And the person who she beat had to hug her to be the first hug. Like, stuff like this. I mean, the men are going to say you're reading too much into it. But what do y'all think? If you've been training for weeks or months for a race and your husband positions your children right in front of the ticker tape where you could win, would you think it's on purpose or not?
But the dad put them in the position where they would feel rejected by the mom. It would have been smarter if he and his kids were at the end of the finish line. So once she crossed the line, then she saw her family there, cheering her on and wanting to hug her and congratulate her. Not put the kids there to create an obstacle for her. That wasn't smart at all. Don't even start to blame the mom. The mom didn't do anything wrong. The dad was at fault 130%. 100% he was at fault. It just would have taken him a few seconds to just hold off. But he was inconsiderate. For some people, it takes years to train for a marathon. Years just to have some guy create obstacles for you. That's not fair. He had one job. Watch the kids. That's his job. I don't know. In my opinion, it's kind of telling what type of person he is, that his wife couldn't even finish a race without him trying to do something to slow her down. She was timing herself. He couldn't have just let her do her thing, congratulate her afterwards. I don't know.
I feel like we've all by now seen that whole video with the dad and the mom marathon. Like, dad pushed the kid in front of the mom, and everyone's like, oh my god, husband did that on purpose. He doesn't want to see the mother of his kids shine, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that might be true. But are we gonna sit there and act like a man isn't dumb enough to do that shit without having bad intentions? Like, honestly, who else other than a man to push children in a running crowd? Who else? Like, that shit was probably not on purpose. That man just has 0 brain cells like every other man.
Let's be so fucking for real right now. If that was a man playing football with the homies, $500 was on the line, and bragging rights also, and your baby mama, your wife got your 2 kids running out in the football field right when y'all about to do your finishing touchdown, you motherfuckers would be having a field day on social media talking about that right now. All that mom did was run around her kids, and you niggas went ballistic. Or why couldn't she hug her kids? Why in the middle of a fucking race? Her husband was her op. Because why would you? And I know people are gonna be like, oh, there was nobody else on the motherfucking racing track. Listen, the racing track is off limits to everybody who's not fucking running. That includes enthusiastic babies that want to greet their motherfucking mama. That father was being neglectful in that moment, just trying to hubble his wife. Non-runners should not be on the fucking track.
Hey, Jeff here. For context, this is a marathon and this lady is about to win. And what does her husband do? He brings her 2 daughters before the finish line to have them congratulate her mother. And the problem here is that the finish line is only a few meters away. All he had to do was do it but pass the finish line. It was as if he was trying to ruin her moment in one of the most conniving way, by using her own children, by some kind of sick way, I believe, trying to remind her what her priorities was. But ironically, all he really did was show us the obstacle she had to go over to win that race. That moms can achieve anything they want to do, no matter the obstacle you put in front of them. I'm very proud of this lady, and congratulations for her win. She clearly deserves it. Yeah. I said what I said. Much love.
It's so disappointing that the guy she was competing with was more supportive than the husband. She needed a hug from her husband after the finishing line, but no, it was a man who was competing with her, appreciating her winning. Her past the kids winning and being congratulated by another man who actually supported her was so sweet to watch. I feel what he did was deliberate, but again, I don't want to be judgmental. If they are people who know rules for sports, it's men. Then why did he try to do that? At that moment, winning was so important to her. She trained for that, I don't know for how long. Winning was so deliberate and more important to her. I love how her spirit told her to pass the kids. If she had stopped and hugged the kids, maybe she would have been disqualified. She worked for that victory. She was not home as a mom, at the pitch as an athlete. So congratulations to her. Anyway guys, I would really love to hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. And please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. See you in the next video and stay safe.